Hello everyone, welcome to the channel ServiceNow Save. As part of our App Engine Studio series, we did create one record producer, fly live. Basically, this record producer will create one record into the table called live application. Uh, we have seen that how did we create this record producer with the help of AES using the catalog builder. Today, the use case would be we will try to add some client side validation. So this is a form where we do not have any kind of validation in the client side. What we want to achieve is like three things. One is when customers choose uh, type of leave as casual. I mean, if employee choose type of leave as casual, region field should be invisible, right? It should not show the region field. That's our first requirement. Second one is the start date should not be accepting the past date value, and even the end date should not accept the past date value. So we'll try to add three validation from the client side, right? I think we will have a clear cut validation from client side and server side. Today's scope would be how to have validation in the browser in client side before users submit the form, right? To achieve that, ServiceNow is having couple of things that applies to a client side logic. One is the UI policy, other is the client script. Let's go ahead and see how these to solve this use case for us, right? So let's go to platform page, and here I came to record producer. So this is the navigation where all my record producer will be displayed. Let us search for the one that we did create called apply leave. Once I come here, we have apply live record producer. The first one, we let us solve the use case where when user choose type of leave as casual, region should be invisible. That's very simple use case. Let us see how we can achieve it with a term called catalog UI policies. Let us create a new. So if you open the form, if you let's see if you observe this form is having a UI policy where it is saying applies to and the catalog item and the short description. Let's write something like uh, hide the region for casual leave, right? Just to make it readable, we are putting some short description for the UI policy. Now, do we want anything else? The answer is no. Uh, but when to apply the condition, right? Condition should be like when leave type is casual, then only we want this to be applied, right? Let us not change this. This is like when this condition will be evaluated, we want it to evaluate when the form load. And reverse if false means if leave type is not casual, what should happen? So we want reverse if false means if we choose casual, but again we choose personal in the leave type, the field should start appearing again. The region should start appearing again. So to solve that condition, we have a reverse if false condition, right? Let us save this. So once you create a UI policy, you will have a followed UI policy must be followed by a UI policy action. So this is comes catalog UI policy actions means once this condition is satisfied, what you want to achieve. So let us create a new UI policy action. And here, what we want to achieve? We want to achieve region field as visible false. All other thing we are not going to change. We're just making it region field will be false when the leave type is casual. I saved it. This UI policy is ready now. If I click on update, my UI policy is saved. Now let us see how it goes and add this validation in the item, right? This is the item I think we already have gone through. This item we have apply leave, a record producer. Now if I simply refresh the page, if I refresh the page, you'll observe that in this page, when I choose the leave type as casual, the region field is gone. And if I choose back Prashna, again this field appeared. So very simple. We wanted to achieve one validation based on the type of leave. that is done with the help of offline leave, with the help of a UI policy, right? Let us solve our second use case where I want to achieve a start date should not be in the past date, right? So today, if I can choose this also as a leave, it does not show me any error. We want to have a one error shown here if user choose the past date in the place for the start date. So let us go ahead and create a client script for that. So for this validation, we will write one client script. Click on new. Now again, this client script will be of what type? We want to validate it on change, right? So that if you see the type, we have on load, on change, on submit. We want to validate on change. So when user changes the value in which variable? In the start date variable, right? Let us see that validate the start date, the name of the client script. This is, I think this is very vital. You want this client script to be running against which all UI. So if you want to achieve for portal or mobile, you must choose the corresponding version. If safe side choose yes means all, so that it will be applicable to all the UI in ServiceNow, right? So this also you can choose. Like this is generally being applicable to target record. Like if I create one item and then I submit the item, even on requested item also this condition will be evaluated. We'll go through to that flow maybe in later stage, but for the time being, let's check that checkbox as well. Now the format is automatically comes for the on change. We have this format for on load. We have different format. So this one no need to change. Let us write our code in the below section, right? So first plan what our code would be, what we want to achieve, right? So our requirement is we want to make sure that our start date should not be in past date, right? So let us first create one variable, right? For today's date. Let's suppose I have a variable called now is equal to new. So let us create. So we have a all defined function in service now called date. So this one will give you today's date, right? Now is equal to new date. Now other date we want to achieve is the one coming from the field. So what is the field we have? A start date. So let us create one new variable uh, that comes from our field, right? A start date. So that generally just to for making it, I mean, readable. So we have four arguments coming by default, right? So old value and new value. So this argument tells that when this particular script is being called, old value will receive the value that is being changed, right? Before change, and new value will be the value that you are changing to. So new value is already available. Suppose if I give the date as tomorrow date, then our new value variable will be storing the value for tomorrow. So no need to I mean, no need to use gform dot get value kind of method. You can simply use the new value. But we have to convert it into a date format because date can be compared against dates, right? So we have a new value. So now we have two things now. One is for start date, other one is for today's date. Now we want to perform a condition check, right? If start date is less than now, right? So that is our condition. What we want to do? We want to show one error message. So gform dot. So error message can be of two type. One is form level error. One is the field level error. So if you want to show error at this place somewhere in the form, we can put the form error. For the field means it should be shown here. So for our requirement, let us write the form error to show just next to our field. So gform dot set field message. So we have something called set. It should come gform dot set field message. I don't know why it's not coming, but it should come. Not sorry, it's not gform dot show field message. Sorry, my bad. Show field message. So this function should come, and then we have a against which field you want to do. So I want to do against a start date, right? And then what is our method? Message. So message should be start date cannot be in. past date, something like that. And third one is that what kind of message it is. Is it a warning or a info or error? We have three types. Let's choose error so that it will come in the red color. So that's the thing. And after that, we want to do anything? No, I don't want. So simply I save it. And if I refresh this page, our script validation is ready. And I can just simply test it by entering some past date in my start date field. And if I just put mouse here, see, start date cannot be in past date. So this message came and it's coming in red color because I given the error. If I give info, so it will be very simple, similar message, but it will not be in the red color, and you will see kind of information message that you will be seeing next to your field, right? So let us see if I put for start date. See, start date cannot be in past date. So that's the info. Let us change to error only so that it will be more, I think, visible. It's in red color. So that is our validation for the start date. Let's add the similar validation for end date as well. So for end date, when we add, we not have to change a lot of things. Let's copy the script. We'll just change something that we need, and let us go back and add the new client script at the item level for the end date as well, right? So let us go back. This also will maintain the history. So if you lost somewhere, you can go to history and come back. But anyway, that came for us. Record producer. Let us create one more client script to achieve the similar logic for the end date. So this is like a name would be end date validation, right? Something like that. And again, we are checking it all. Type is on change. Variable name is this time end date, and just type I'm pasting what I copied from previous script. And if you see that only thing will change is the variable name. Let us change first the variable name here, end date, and then we'll have to change it here also, right? So we'll change here also, and here we can put a end date, and here also end date, right? So all thing is done. If I save, so we have all the three validation available for our item, and that is called the item is uh, the apply leave, right? So if I go back to my item, apply leave, and if you see the all the retail list, you will have a two client script and one UI policy being added to your item. So let's come back and see we have two client script and one UI policy available here. So now simply I go there, I refresh the page, and let us test all our validation. So I'll choose the start date, add some past date. This should come here. Yes, it is done. End date, I will choose some past date and I'll choose OK. So yes, this is also working fine. And this I will choose casual, then this field will go disappear. So uh, we have done creating the client side validation. All are on change basically that is being mostly used also. So we have a start date validation for past date, end date for past date, and the type of leave based on the changing of this. We are hiding the field. So yeah, this is very simple, but solving the bigger part where we want to achieve the validation at client side. Uh, that's all for today. We'll keep on adding new thing for our AES, and this is very much required because our record producer was not having any client side validation. Thank you, everyone. Let's meet in the next session.